Here we are today at the Institute of Ocean Sciences for ISET, which is Initial Service Entry Training. And we are getting a little taste of ship life if you were to work on the ships.
Coast Guard operations and incident management both got together with the fleet to be able to put this plan together and tested a pilot in the fall, and this is the second pilot.
The preparation is after this course, when they come to a ship, they're safe, they understand the basics of their job, so they hit the deck running and ready to go. Well, as the shoreside bosun, I work very closely with the training team. I was asked to be involved because they wanted me to help facilitate the conversation between captains, chief mates, and bosuns of the fleet of what they were really hoping for in the way of training for new individuals landing on their decks.
What we found is that the ship's crews and the captains and the officers are so excited about this training because they've seen a real need for a better level of new crew. To be safe, that's the most important thing. We had a slightly higher injury rate than some of our partner industries.
It runs on every captain, every chief mate, every bosun, every lead hand's mind is those new guys and gals hitting the deck. Most of our injuries for individuals on deck happen in the first year. Our primary goal is to fix that number.
Well, it's really exciting to join an organization with such a focus on safety. We're getting a lot of training before getting on the ships. Having a variety of introductions before we even get on the ships is really valuable.
So being situationally aware and being prepared for work, being aware of where the lines are on the deck, where you should be standing, what type of PPE should be worn. Most of them will be working on the water, and as we know, the unexpected wave or the unexpected weather pattern can come up, and they will be prepared for this because they have situational awareness and they have that safety training.
I feel more safe walking around the boat, more confident, more aware of all the dangers there is out there on the deck. And
I believe this training will make me safer on the job.
Safety first, service always.
It does fit the motto.
They'll know what to do right off the bat instead of learning all those lessons the hard way. So we have their backs for 20 years, not 20 minutes. Building camaraderie and esprit de corps really make them feel like they're part of that Coast Guard family. They'll feel confident. That will start their career paths on a positive note and possibly make our career paths faster and more complete so that they become lead hands actually faster than we could possibly do in the past.
The idea of this training is that they give a good orientation to the whole service of Coast Guard, all the different programs that we offer. They're going to have a really good appreciation of the whole mission and mandate of the Coast Guard and all the coolest jobs. And we're encouraging to be able to plot out their career path over the next 10, 15, 20 years, hopefully.
As someone going through the ISET program, I really do feel like I'm being invested in as an employee. We've been introduced to so many different aspects of the organization already, so it's shown us a whole bunch of possibilities for long-term career.
make me think that, in the long term, working here for sure, feeling safe and feeling value as a person.
Our graduates are able to be more versatile. In other words, they're able to work in different units. And if the Coast Guard goes through some stress or some requirements, we need some surge capacity. These people that have been through this training program have a diverse skill set, and they can actually move around easily and be able to perform many of the jobs that the Coast Guard might need in the future. That versatility creates resilience within the organization.
The Western region's foundation of personnel, a lot of it comes from the ships. Our building blocks are the dead too. So if we get a good foundation going, that foundation is actually going to support the entire region.
The Government of Canada's priority right now is to build a workforce that properly represents women, Indigenous, and people with disabilities. We had to explore what were the barriers to hiring with diversity. And when we looked into the problem, we discovered that the old standard hiring practices of the Government of Canada and especially the Coast Guard were very much based around seeking people with prior maritime experience and certification.
The populace that we hire from now, there is no big giant pool of experienced mariners anymore.
In order for us to actually reach out to the diverse groups, we need to be able to establish initial service entry training so that they can start in their first year of Coast Guard service safely and in a positive space.
There's a lot of different people, a lot of different ages, a lot of different backgrounds. It's really cool to see. They're all very diverse. Everybody's a bit different, so it's pretty awesome. Yeah, we all get along.
I believe all the directors on this coast are endorsing the program. It makes the being involved extremely satisfying to see an entire region have a common goal. You know, at the end of the day, We're just trying to make people safe. At the end of the day, we're using all the tools that we have. We're using all the trainers that we have in the fleet. I'm hoping that it's embraced and that we move forward on a bigger level possibly.
Hopefully we can gain some traction on the national level. They'll see the value and maybe we can convert this pilot into a national program.